Welcome back. It's July. We got here fast, didn't we? Flame Palace. Heimdall. I remember when it was April. Ah. Is that a crepe stall? Is that a crepe stall? Did I see a crepe stall? Hopefully it's ice cream and crepes. It's amazing how this statue improves across the Cold Steel series. Gets so many polygons later on. It's impressive. Yes, there he is.
Negotiations with the Republican government are complete. The possibility of an armed conflict in the Nord Highlands has been successfully averted. However, they did demand that we hand over the mercenaries responsible from the attack as part of their terms.
I suppose that's acceptable. After all, it was a shortcoming on our side that allowed that incident to occur. We should consider this a chance to place Rocksmith in our debt, especially with the trade conference on the horizon.
That made me smirk, just because of the Rocksmith. It's like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Though it's regrettable that we were unable to catch the mastermind. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the ringleaders.
Indeed. It seems we'll need to exercise greater caution from now on, if this is what they're capable of. Our next concern is the upcoming summer festival. Any thoughts as to the optimal placement of the Ironbloods?
I believe their primary target will be next month's trade conference. I propose posting Lecter to the east and Millium to the west. That leaves me here to take care of the capital.
It's almost like you read my mind. Very well then. I'll leave the preparations to you.
Yes, sir. With all respect, don't be afraid of working me hard, sir. I could run these kinds of logistics in my sleep.
Ha! I'm all too aware of how indebted I am to your abilities. That's why I'm leaving the summer festival in your capable hands. Perhaps you may even consider using them as a test.
Please excuse my intrusion, Your Excellency. His Excellency the Governor has arrived and wishes to speak with you.
Ah, show him in.
As you wish, sir.
Coming in.
Dudley?
Oh, forgive my intrusion. I didn't realize you had company.
I mean, what's Dudley doing here? This doesn't make sense at all.
No, it's quite all right. I just finished giving my report. It's wonderful to see you again, Governor.
Likewise. I think it's been, 2 months since we last spoke?
I mean, clearly this is some kind of mistranslation. They should be calling him Detective.
I'm in your debt for helping out with the security arrangements at last month's commemoration event at City Hall. I'd been looking forward to thanking you in person.
Glad to have been of service. I'll be sure to pass on your thanks to everyone else involved. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Good work as always, Captain.
It never ceases to amaze me that a woman like that heads up the Ironbloods. Your icy maiden has the provincial armies positively scared stiff.
Competent as she is, she's not the group's primary member. But she and the rest of the Ironbloods continue to do some fine work, especially against those cunning vipers amongst the ranks of the nobility and the 4 great houses in particular.
Just wondering, what's on the mantle there?
Agreed. But we'll need to stay vigilant.
I'm pleased that you agree, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz.
Good, I can stop the Dudley joke now. And the next point I was going to go in the Dudley joke was be like, oh, clearly the Chancellor has someone within, the police department over in Crossbell. I was going to be like, is it CSPD or is it CPD? But I don't want to get into that.
The feeling's mutual. Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
My god, I didn't realize. His nose looks different.
Of course, and that's exactly why I intend to go with him. Next month's conference may be the West Samoria Trade Conference in name.
Is that all giggly?
But it's far more than that. It's the region's first international conference in modern times. So the discussions won't be limited to economic matters. Regional security and other timely issues are sure to come up.
I see. So that's why all the region's heads of state will be in attendance?
Precisely. President Rocksmith will represent the Republic of Calvert, of course. Prince Albert will be representing the Principality of Ermaferia as its head of state. Crown Princess Claudia will be coming to represent Liberl in place of the Queen.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And representing Crossbell State, we have Mayor Croyce and Speaker McDowell. All of them are either heads of state or their acting representatives.
Meanwhile, Erebonia is sending Chancellor Osborne as a representative of the Imperial government.
Oh, I can't wait to see that play out.
But Father is the head of state, isn't he?
Indeed, and that's why I'm planning to go as well, even though I'm far from the ideal candidate. The Imperial family needs to be represented to make sure all sides are on equal terms.
You shouldn't be so harsh on yourself. But I think I understand the situation. I feel so ashamed. I shouldn't have to rely on you to educate me about simple politics like this. Recently, I feel as though all my inadequacies have been staring me in the face. I wish every day I had the intelligence and quick-wittedness you possess. And I wonder, am I truly capable of inheriting the throne from Father?
It's interesting to think about him from this point of view in regards to what he just said. It's like,
You know, Her Highness Princess Claudia of Liberl once said exactly the same thing.
She did?
As the successor to the throne of Liberl, I've heard that she agonized over whether she was fit to become queen. But eventually, she came to terms with her own inexperience and vowed that she would strive each day to overcome it. And I have no reason to believe that my talented brother cannot do the same.
Olivert, thank you. Your support means a lot to me.
That said, I do think you should spend more of your time living life the way you want to. I don't think anyone would blame you for wanting to indulge your interests once in a while.
I am how I am, I'm afraid. To be honest, I'm a little jealous of how being so open and carefree comes so naturally to you.
Well, I think it'd be less concerning for all involved if you avoided taking after me too much.
Another thing, I sometimes find myself admiring Chancellor Osborne's strong-willed nature as well.
Oh?
He was quite forceful in introducing the Imperial Transportation Act last year, despite the opposition's objections. But ever since then, I've heard the number of orbital car accidents has fallen dramatically. I can see why Father trusts him so much.
Well, I wouldn't disagree that was a fine piece of policymaking. The campaign he launched with the help of City Hall was exceptionally well executed. But on the other hand...
Honestly, don't you think it's a little early in the day to be having a stuffy political discussion?
No, let them carry on. I'm loving this. Damn you, Alfred.
Alfin?
Oh, have your lessons already finished for the day?
Indeed. They gave us the afternoon off to prepare for the summer festival. But come on, Cedric. You need to stop taking everything so seriously. We're 15. It's far too early for us to be worrying about politics.
Not in this world. Not in this world.
Actually, I'm not sure 15 is too early, to be honest.
What you should be concerned about is being more of a man at official parties.
Again, these strange things that are being said here, it's like when you look at them in a certain light, these things do come up later.
Blushing head to toe just from a lady asking you to dance? Shameful. Totally shameful.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to bring that up again?
You know, that did wonders for his popularity. The ladies at that party were swooning left and right. He was playing their maternal instincts like a harp.
Well, I can't deny that. Even some of the men there were fawning over him, saying Cedric was more of a youthful flower than me.
Surely you're kidding, right?
That reminds me, Alphen. Have you decided on your dance partner for the upcoming garden party?
Yeah. You've always avoided dancing at official functions.
Curious, are we? Well, I do have someone in mind this time. Although whether I can get him to say yes...
Really?
My. It sounds like you aren't just blowing smoke. Imperial Chronicle is going to have a field day when they find out.
You're really going to dance with someone? Could it be a son from one of the 4 great houses?
That's for me to know and you to discover. He is a noble, though. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, you're in for it, Rean.
Oh, that reminds me. Prince Olivert? I have a proposal I'd like to discuss with you.
It's good to see Olivert. It's strange that we see this place later and it's definitely changed. Look, where's the cathedral? We'll ignore that, Where's the cathedral?
I should open that letter from Reen that came in this morning. I'm almost afraid to think how Her Highness would have reacted if she found this. Dear Miss Schwarzer. Really, Reen? Still Miss Schwarzer? I'm your own sister. What? Reen, why?
The way I'm going to take the fact the cathedral isn't there in what we saw is very much, name of the game, everyone, is very much that idea like, when we go there, it's just condensed down to make it easy to travel. It's sometime later, everyone.
Mid-July. Summer had come to Trista, and that meant it was time for us students to dust off our short-sleeved shirts. With months of experience under our belts, we finally found ourselves adjusting to the rigors of our coursework. And it was during those early days of summer, before the heat became well and truly withering, that we saw the start of a uniquely seasonal new lesson.
And like Reen's just like, I'm going to keep this jumper thing on that I've got.
All right, that should be enough of a warm-up.
Don't think I didn't notice them. It was the cogs of the game, everyone.
I'm supposed to remind you that swimming classes here are meant to teach you skills relevant to military service. You know, how not to drown if you wind up in the water, how to save others from drowning, CPR, that kind of stuff. In fact, CPR is a pretty vital skill on any battlefield. Reen, Elisa, would you care to give us a demonstration?
Instructor!
In front of everyone?
Come on, guys, just kidding around. Point is, it's still important that you learn how to do it and that you won't hesitate to use it if the need arises. Whether that means locking lips with someone of the same sex or the opposite.
Of course. Well, it is a skill we can use to save someone's life.
Yeah, maybe don't introduce the idea of it being some kind of sexual thing. I'd say it's a bad idea to put in people's heads, because it's just not.
after we've covered that, I'll be timing how long it takes each of you to swim the length of the pool.
All I'm thinking again is, where are their nipples?
Will you give me a hand, Laura?
I mean, I suppose the nipples aren't an issue, as long as they don't draw attention to the chest area in any regard, otherwise it'd be strange.
As you wish.
You're up, Gaius. Ready, and go!
You're next, Emma. Ready, go!
Wow, look at Gaius go!
Yeah, I already used to swim in that lake in the Highlands every summer, so I kind of expected that.
Emma's a lot faster than I thought she'd be, too. Though it's not much her swimming ability that I envy.
What do you... Oh, I get it.
You don't need to get it. Anyway, what are you doing just staring at girls in swimsuits?
I'm not staring. My eyes are just pointed in that general direction.
Well, any guy would have a hard time taking his eyes off of our class's girls. I'm not even sure who to gawk at first.
Elliot just straight out of it, but alright.
I mean, even the other guys are handsome. You're pretty toned yourself, Reen.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
You think?
Well, it does look like you put a lot into your exercise and training. As for you, Elliot, I think you're better just the way you are.
Oh, really?
I don't think I want to imagine Elliot all buff and ripped.
Hey, what's that on the left side of your chest, Reen? Some kind of scar?
Well, you're right. It's so faint that I hadn't noticed it before.
Oh, that. It's some kind of mark.
I mean, that is such a vague description. It's like, what's that mark on your chest? It's a mark. Like, yeah.
It's been there as long as I can remember. Don't know how I got it, though.
Wow.
Actually, when I look at it more closely, it looks more like a bunch of little scars all knit together. It makes you look really manly and tough. I kind of wish I had one now.
Seriously?
It really wouldn't suit you. Trust me.
Can't believe we finished with the exact same time. We must be destined to strive against each other forever.
What are you talking about? The only one I was competing against was myself.
You know, because of the lack of nipples, there's something strange, or it might be the neckline where you can sort of slightly see this line. It looks like they're actually wearing a shirt that's skin textured. It's just got that feeling to it. It doesn't feel correct somehow. I think it's the colors, the skin tones itself. Like, if you look at the neckline, it's like you can see like there's this line, and it's just give me that sort of like uncanny valleys type thing where it's like, ooh, something's off.
And even then, I barely put much effort into it.
Well, it's not like I was giving my best either.
These two.
I mean, a skin textured sort of shirt would explain the lack of nipples. Valcom thinking ahead again.
That was refreshing. I wouldn't mind swimming a little longer, actually.
Okay, Laura, are you ready? I'll time your lap. Though I doubt I really need to, considering you're in the swimming club.
No, please do.
So Laura's next. You can tell she's a member of the swimming club. Just look at the way she stands on the block.
Ready, and go!
Whoa, she's fast. How is she doing it?
Impressive.
Dude.
Well done.
Let's see, 20.02 seconds. Not bad at all. All right, I think it's time for me to dive into the mix. Everyone, pick a partner. It's time for a little head-to-head competition.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Uh-oh, races.
It appears we've been given a chance to settle this once and for all.
I'm ready when you are.
I think we'd be a good match, Emma. How about it? True, our times were pretty close.
How about it, Laura? Want to partner up with me?
Not today, I'm afraid.
I wish to challenge Fee this time.
Me? Laura?
But your times weren't even close.
Well, all right, let's go with that. I guess that leaves me with Reen. It's your lucky day again!
I love her voice acting so much.
Wait, why me?
I'm exhausted.
You know, this seems like it would be pretty effective as part of a diet plan.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Yeah. There's no way I'm going to win this, is there?
I mean...
Go easy on me, Gaius.
Same to you.
Ready? Go!
I was going to say, is it going to show me the tutorial, or is it just going to jump into it? So triangle and circle, okay. Like, we know the general idea. I won that, right? Yeah, first time, every time. Oh yeah.
I actually won.
Nicely done, Reen.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, okay. Are you both ready?
Again, it's just these little moments in the voice acting that I just love. Just like, oh, okay. Just like, nice.
Not quite. Fee, how about giving it all you've got this time?
Huh? Laura? What if I already did?
I don't think so. I could tell just by watching you. Your earlier time was certainly not the best you're capable of.
Whoops.
Well, it's not very polite to your opponent to hold back. This isn't like the battlefields you grew up fighting on. It's a place you can grow and better yourself by challenging others. Deep down, I know you realize that.
Good. Then let us begin.
Looking at them like this, it's obvious how different their builds are.
If build were all that mattered, we would have turned in faster times than either of them.
Good point, Eustace, good point.
I imagine the difference lies in their control of their bodies.
Yeah, this'll be one to watch.
Ready? Go!
What happened there? That wasn't me. Just ready, go.
What?
Incredible!
Whoa!
Which of them was first?
It was too close to call.
No, there was a tiny difference. Laura came out ahead on this one.
Having longer arms might have been the deciding factor, even.
Oh, I wish I could have joined in.
Well done.
The same to you. You can do this when you want to, and yet you consistently hold back. Why?
No reason, really? Too much effort, I guess.
It seems we truly cannot find a middle ground.
The name of the game, everyone. The temperatures are going up, 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 and I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be wilting like a flower. But as everyone knows, when the heat is on, that's when the refreshing power of beer is at its peak. Oh, maybe I should use my free day tomorrow to hit up all the capital's beer gardens. If you're waiting for us to stop you, you're in for a long wait. So, do you have some classy gentlemen lined up to go with you? Or will you be flying solo again? You just had to ask. Anyway, moving on. Your next practical exam is coming up next Wednesday. I'm sure you're already used to them by now, but just make sure you're ready. Yes, instructor. That means next weekend will be our field study then. It feels like we just got done with our last one. If we're tied up next weekend, guess I won't be able to go to the capital for the summer festival this year. What summer festival? It's a seasonal holiday. Kind of. Most of the major cities in Erebonia celebrate it in June. I've heard it's actually an old animistic festival that the Septine Church adopted. I see. We actually do have a similar festival in Nord. Though if it is mostly celebrated in June, why does the capital wait until July? You know, I've always wondered that too. Does anyone actually know? The standards for teaching just aren't what they used to be. I believe it has something to do with the War of the Lions. Though beyond that. That's correct. July is the month when Emperor Draculs brought an end to the Civil War. Because of that, the summer festival is held a month late, alongside the celebrations of the war's end. Interesting. Actually, I think Instructor Thomas was talking about that one time. It seemed like he was just gonna babble on forever, so I managed to worm my way out of that conversation. Well, can't say I blame you. If you let him, he can go on about history all day. It's how I am these days. I'd be like, let him, please let him. He doesn't know how to shut up. Anyway, make sure you don't let the heat sap your strength. Though I'm sure our miracle working maid will whip up a massive meal to keep us energized. Really does seem like she and Sharon have some kind of history together. I bet my mirror on it. Sharon always plays innocent whenever I ask her about it, though. Well, that about does it for homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Mango. Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow. V? I'm going to go after her, okay? Thanks. I like the little touch there of Elisa's glove, though. Do you think you could maybe make a little more effort to get along with her? You are her senior, after all. I'm aware of that. However, looks like those two are getting along the same as ever. And they seem to be arguing after their race in our swimming course, too. I heard their group's last field study score was middling as well. It's true. They were like that the entire trip. Is there nothing you can do to smooth things out between them, Breen? Like, why me? Well, I'd love to do something for them if I could, but... Why me? Well, you just seem so good at this kind of thing, a real natural. Besides, you're the well-intentioned Mark who got duped into running errands for the student council. It's not like I do anything that major for them. What's wrong, Elliot? Sorry, what were you saying? Alright, I have to agree, Reen. I think you're the best one for the job too. I mean, it was thanks to you that Eustace and Manga became buddies. Who the hell became buddies? You must be sniffing roses in the Garden of Delusions if you think I'm a friend of his. You both say that, but you're totally on the same wavelength. Anyway, hate to dish and dash, but I've got a club meeting to get to. Oh yeah, wind orchestra, right? I should be on my way as well. Actually, I've got a club meeting to attend myself. I'll catch you all later then. I've got a canvas I need to actually finish painting. Or start. Yes, indeed. We can change clothes, we know this stuff. Let's actually change that. Because it isn't right him having this on at this point. There we go. Just like, it'd be too warm. Keeping Noi on, of course. Good old Blinky there. Gotta keep her on. Right, so let's end this part here anyway. Next part. I assume we wander around? It's like, what happens at this point? There's a red exclamation there, so it's probably some time for some rounds, yes. So see you in the next part with some rounds. Ta-ta for now.